What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about Lucid. I want to give you a quick overview of some of the current data points, what just came out associated to Lucid itself, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, it is up 5.73%. We are currently in power hour, and there is a certain level of optimism rushing into the market right now associated to good old Apple earnings, and that is coming out after hours today. And this isn't the first time that Apple's earnings has either made the market or broke it, so I think there is a sense of optimism when it comes down to Apple. But aside from that, today there has been no official news, no SEC filings. Unofficially, there was this that did come out. So Lucid and CAXT partnered to develop electrical vehicles in Saudi Arabia. So there was an MOU that was signed that's going to be kicked off, I believe it is Q3 of this year. And I think this does coincide essentially with the whole integration of NVIDIA chips, which should be integrated in the Air. I believe it is in the second half of 2025 from what I previously read. Because in this, I guess, MOU, it does look like they're going to be advancing technology. So the battery technology, aerodynamics, autonomous driving. So maybe Lucid might be making its own FSD, if that does make sense, because with that NVIDIA chip that is going to be integrated, that is going to give the Air essentially the power to have autonomous level 4 and higher. So who knows, Lucid might be really stepping up their game. So with Lucid's earnings right around the corner, no doubtably they are going to be talking all about this, because this actually is very, very good. And I feel like a lot of the broader market doesn't actually understand what this might mean for Lucid. But this, surprisingly, if I'm interpreting it correctly, is going to be one kick-ass aspect for Lucid in the foreseeable future. Again, there's a lot of different moving parts with Lucid, and all of them are laying a very good foundation for Lucid to succeed in the foreseeable future. Just in the short term, I think they need a good catalyst to kind of project it higher, but still, that's beside the point. Moving on, there hasn't been any recent analyst ratings, nothing like that. So it has just been kind of piggybacking off of the broader market. Nothing really overly wrong with that or anything like that. But when it comes down to shorts, they are returning 114,000 shares. 31.23% of the free float is being shorted. 270.84 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 229.46%. Utilization 100%. And then short score is 97.06. So shorts have been really getting into Lucid over this last little bit. And so I think in reality, them not really doing all that much and returning a small amount today shows that maybe they feel there is more of a pivotal turning point when it comes to Lucid. And as I brought up in the past, in fact, Lucid's technicals do look very good. So I'll give you a quick overview of that. So looking at the fundamentals, just moving over to the Elliott wave technicals, as I brought up, I believe it was a couple of videos ago, $2.26 is a very strong pivot for Lucid. And so for as long as Lucid is above that, then it is anticipated to get to this range. So the 292 to 305. So you never know. If Apple earnings do come out better than anticipated, then it could really push Lucid higher to this point, probably faster than what the technicals previously did point out. So I think that's a fairly good thing in my opinion. But like I said, no real new analyst ratings. So after Lucid's earnings, which is coming right around the corner, then you will probably have a lot more ratings coming out. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And just to give you a quick overview of some of the other current data points. And on a side note, this is being obviously posted to Financial Journey. I did create a whole new dedicated Lucid channel. So I'm going to be alternating because obviously I'm going to be letting you guys know that I did make a new channel to kind of funnel some people over there. So just kind of be aware of that. I'll put that in the description below so you guys can subscribe to that channel. So tomorrow's will be under there, and I'll do that for like a week if that kind of makes sense. But beside the point, getting right to it, $338,000 in calls, 2.54 million in puts. Sentiment-wise though, 63% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish. So overall, that's pretty kick-ass stuff. And you do see a consensus for it to be above $3 for the next foreseeable future, mimicking the Elliott wave technicals. And then looking at puts, you do see a consensus for it to be sub 250. So in my opinion, the risk versus reward is still in favor of of upside. And that's been the case for a good week or so. These are some of the transactions that have occurred so far on the secondary market above $100,000. So only 3, so not all that much, but I think big money right now is clearly just waiting for Apple's earnings just to see if it's safe to essentially buy or not. But right now with it at $2.75, it is trading between this pivot and this R1. So in comparison to a lot of other growth stocks and EVs, Lucid is doing rather well. So 258 will be a very strong support, which in fact it did bounce off of today. And then $2.82 will be that next strong resistance, which right now seems to be gaining some momentum for it to actually touch that. On the actual chart itself, it is about to hopefully break past this 50-day moving average. And for those of you that have been in Lucid for a while now, such as myself, you know how key that 50-day moving average is. Basically, since I started covering Lucid, since, was it 2021, October, September, somewhere around there, Lucid has actually only broken above that 50-day moving average, probably around 4, maybe 5 times, and only successfully stayed above it maybe twice, and where it actually stays there for a good amount of time. So this 50-day moving average is definitely something to very much watch for and pay attention to. Stochastic, you do see a nice bullish deviation, so white line above the red, but it is starting to get somewhat overbought. And so if there is a kind of a sign of a weakness, whether it be Lucid or broader market, possibly even Apple earnings, then this is where you could see a kind of a swift pull down. But number of retail investors have been getting in, so let me know your thoughts on that. And so yeah, give yourself a shout out if you have been buying over this last little bit. I'm very happy that I kind of went against my better judgment and I did buy at $2.40. So I didn't catch the exact bottom, but I'm still happy with where I did buy. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe as well. When it comes down to this MOU, do you think it is just for essentially like FSD, or is there some other aspect that I am possibly missing that again could really benefit Lucid? So don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And one final thing I just wanted to share with you, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 7 fractional shares of the MOU. So this is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. So make sure you guys sign up for that, as well as my new YouTube channel, so dedicated to Lucid. Link to that is in the description below. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.